Welcome to 182 Cottage Street in the city of Middletown, and we're excited for the program that's being announced here today. And first and foremost, I'd like to welcome Commissioner Ruben. Commissioner Ruben is representing Governor Cuomo, and he's here to announce the $22 million neighborhood revitalization program. Along with Commissioner Ruben, we have Kathy Germain, the Vice President of Housing Services from RUPCO, which is the Rural Ulster Preservation Company, Denise Quinn from Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union, and I believe we have a representative of Senator Bonasik's office here, and also our county legislator Jeff Berkman, and our other county legislator Mike Paduk, and I think Mike, this is your district, Alderman Joe Massey, Alderman Jerry Kleiner, and a few city officials. Jacob Tweel, our Commissioner of Public Works, Rich Gerton, our Corporation Counsel, John Numchuk, our City Clerk, and Maria Bruni, our Director of Economic Development. This is an exciting program for a community like the City of Middletown, and I'm sure the other target communities like Kingston. Middletown and Kingston are two of the 6 communities statewide to be selected for this program. Vacant properties abandoned by their owners or banks, or in many cases where ownership cannot be determined because of the foreclosure process and failure of the banks to take title, have created a major crisis across our nation, including small cities like the city of Middletown. New York State and Governor Cuomo are addressing this with legislation, but equally as important, a proactive approach to work with local government in saving these homes. Here we have a vacant home that is run down from many years of neglect. I believe the city took it back on taxes in 2015. This home would have eventually ended up on the demolition block, costing city taxpayers upwards of $50,000 at a minimum. While much of the public focus is on economic development and revitalization of downtowns and commercial zones, the governor recognizes that neighborhood revitalization is as important, and the two go together. Every economic initiative out of the governor's office contains a housing component, whether it's the consolidated funding applications or the downtown revitalization initiatives. Each and every one of his initiatives out of Albany come with a housing component. We created our community development agency, which the city of Middletown is very proud of, in 2014 to operate in a similar manner as a land bank. We wanted to create an opportunity for low and middle income persons to fulfill the American dream of home ownership. We are closing hopefully this week on our first home, and we have 20 more in the hopper that we're looking at, and 10 that appears to be ready to go, forming partnerships with local banks and others, and local not-for-profits. This program, specifically the one we hear about today, while eligible to anyone, will be utilized with the city in conjunction with our community development program. Middletown has a history of fighting banks regarding zombie properties, and this legislation that was created to fund this does exactly that. The Middletown City Court became the first in the state to hold a mortgage company not yet in title, but in operation of property responsible for local zoning and housing violations in the People versus Green Tree Servicing. Two of our success stories, the most famous success story we have is with Wells Fargo. And after those decisions were made by the courts, the city ended up reaching a settlement in which not only did we receive payment of the back liens on the property, but also the properties were repaired. I applaud the governor and commissioner for recognizing the importance of revitalizing our neighborhoods and giving us the tools to turn around these vacant properties and create an opportunity for so many people statewide to reach that American dream. So first up, I would like to introduce the commissioner who is here to speak on the program and give the specifics on the program, and Commissioner Ruben. Thank you.
Mayor, thanks. Mayor, thanks. We picked a great day for this. I think I'm not going to go back to the city after this. I'll just linger around Middletown. I bought a coffee this morning and added to your revenue for the week.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mayor DeStefano, for hosting us this morning. and for partnering with us on a program that has the potential, I think, to transform neighborhoods across the state and communities like this. Before I make a few formal remarks, I do want to acknowledge, you've acknowledged many of the our local partners. I want to mention the folks from HCR, my agency, who did so much to bring this program to bear. This is a very complicated thing to do, which is why it's never been done before. We were lucky enough to have some settlement money to put into this, but it was really the vision of Marion Zucker in our front row and Sherry Eccles, who runs Sony May. I don't know where's Sherry. There's Sherry Eccles there, and their dedicated staff that made this possible. So I'd like to give them a round of applause. This is, I think, the first program like this in the country. We've seen a couple of others that have started, but we may not have announced it before. I think Rhode Island has one that maybe got it out the door by way of announcement, but we came up with it first. So, as always, New York is leading the way. I did not know before this, but I know now that June is National Homeownership Month, and this year's theme apparently is Dare to Own the Dream. I'm pleased that for many potential home buyers in this community, our new program is going to make the dream of homeownership a reality. So we're here today with two missions. First, to make it possible for more New Yorkers to become successful homeowners. And second, to bring blighted properties like this one back to life, making them assets to, and not eyesores in their communities. Last year, there were more than 41,000 foreclosure cases filed across the state. Years after the housing crisis, communities are still struggling to deal with vacant, distressed properties. Denise Quinn and I were just talking about how difficult a process this is to manage through. Today, we're here in front of one of those properties to launch our neighborhood revitalization program. NRP will help more New Yorkers secure an affordable home and a brighter future, while at the same time ridding neighborhoods of zombie properties that result in lost tax revenue, increased crime rates, and act as blight in their communities. We're not at risk standing here today, are we?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
I'm just checking. I'm excited about the opportunities we're announcing today thanks to Governor Cuomo and our partnership with community nonprofits like RUPCO, our friends at RUPCO and Pathstone, municipalities like Middletown, and our various lending partners, some of whom are here today. We are going to turn vacant houses into vibrant homes and eyesores into opportunities. This innovative program, as I mentioned, is being run by our State of New York Mortgage Agency, an arm of HCR, that works every day to help low and middle-income New Yorkers buy their own homes. Since 2011, I'm proud to say, Sony May has provided more than $1.1 billion in mortgage funds to help nearly 6,500 New Yorkers buy homes. Now, financed with $22 million in housing settlement funds, HCR and Sony May have created the Neighborhood Revitalization Program, including a purchase renovation loan that allows a borrower to qualify for a mortgage to buy an abandoned, foreclosed, or vacant home and pay for renovations. Sony May is working closely with real estate professionals, housing nonprofits, and mortgage lenders in 6 target communities with a high concentration of zombie properties. And they're listed on the board next to us along with our partners, Kingston, Middletown, of course, Rochester, Troy, Community Boards 12 and 13 in Queens, New York City, and on Long Island. Here in Middletown, we're working closely with our partners at RUPCO and Pathstone. We're collaborating to identify eligible properties, find qualified buyers, determine the scope of cost of renovations, and structure the mortgages. Under this program, home buyers can qualify for a competitive interest mortgage and for up to $20,000 in additional funds for home improvements. There is no additional interest, no increase in mortgage payments, and the loan is forgiven over time. This new NRP builds on $27 million in grants awarded to eligible not-for-profit organizations and municipalities throughout the state to rehab, repair, and improve the homes of the elderly, veterans, Medicaid recipients, people with disabilities, and those with low incomes. This new round of resources builds on the $59 million that municipalities and not-for-profit organizations are currently applying for as of a few weeks ago to construct, rehabilitate, and improve owner-occupied homes. Altogether, that is $100 million that the governor is announcing just in the last few weeks that is currently available to address blight, expand homeownership, and improve and repair houses so that vulnerable New Yorkers can afford to stay in these homes. These resources are part of the foundation for the governor's new $10 billion House New York 2020 program to create or preserve 100,000 affordable units over the next 5 years, and about which we'll be talking more in the next few days. The message from the governor is we are listening, we are finding solutions to New York's affordable housing crisis. We're here to put more people in their own homes, and we're here to preserve affordable housing and to make communities stronger and safer. That's our promise to you. Thank you again, RUPCO, Pathstone, Mayor DeStefano, and the City of Middletown, and all of our other not-for-profits and municipal partners and lenders. Thank you very much.
Next will be Kathy Germain, the Vice President of RUPCO.
Good morning, everyone. It is so good to see so many friendly faces in the audience. RUPCO is so excited to lead the charge for the NRP program in the Hudson Valley. Through our NeighborWorks Home Ownership Center last year, we assisted 75 home buyers. 52% of those received Sunny Mae loans. Sunny Mae loan products are perfectly tailored to first-time buyers. They offer very low down payment requirements, closing cost assistance, as well as very low fixed interest rates. Their Remodel New York program, which we're going to couple with this program here, provides the opportunity for people to add needed repairs. And as you can see in most of our communities, we have plenty of old houses that need repair. Early on, Sunny Mae recognized right from the beginning the partnerships that would be critical: the housing providers, the lenders, the realtors, and the strong municipal partners in order to make this work. The state provides other resources through the Office of Housing and Community Renewal, Sunny Mae, and Affordable Housing Corporation that provide us with critical resources that assist us in helping low to moderate income home buyers achieve the dream of home ownership. Commissioner Ruben talked about the community partners, and as we can see here, there was a time I could talk over that, but and there's just too many friends in the room just to mention independently, but this is going to be a real community-wide effort. It's going to be an effort that's going to take a lot of us working together. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about was the value that RUPCO, Pathstone, and TRIP really bring to the table. We educate hundreds of first-time home buyers on an annual basis and prepare them for home ownership. While we have many resources like grants and match savings programs, our most valuable resource are our experienced staff that work closely and individually with our families on the long and arduous path sometimes to reach home ownership. So there are a number of partners here that are not in the room that have also committed to participate in this event. So we will be holding, as a lead agency, community information workshops with our community partners with more detailed information on the eligibility and the description of the program, as well as to find additional ways that we can work together to ensure the success of this program. So the NRP program is creating opportunities. And creating opportunities is the theme of NeighborWorks Weeks 2016. RUPCO, Pathstone, and TRIP, all represented here today, are NeighborWorks organizations, and we are proud to have that partnership and support and resources available through NeighborWorks. And I wanted to give a deep gratitude to Miriam and Sherry for all the work that you've done in leading this project. And Mayor DeStefano, I told him earlier, his staff was just amazing helping this all come together. So Maria, everyone from the city of Middletown, I'm really looking forward to working with you. Awesome job on today. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Next up will be Denise Quinn from Mid-Hudson Valley Federal Credit Union.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to start by thanking Commissioner Ruben and Marion Zucker for being cognizant of how important it is to provide affordable financing and to being committed to this cause. This is demonstrated by Sunny Mae's mission, which is to provide capital to promote affordable home ownership opportunities to low and moderate income citizens of New York State. This latest program is a perfect example of how they are seeking new and innovative ways to also help revitalize communities and provide affordable financing at the same time. I am confident that this program will have a tangible impact on the number of vacant and abandoned properties in the city of Middletown. And I really want to thank them and everybody else for their commitment.
Would you like to say a few words on behalf of the Senator? No? Okay. Anyone here from the Assemblywoman's office? County legislators? Ruben, Paduk?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mike Paduk. I represent the first ward in the city of Middletown in which this revitalization program is getting started. So I'm very proud to be here. Thank everyone who's involved with this program. It's like you said, it's a dream for a lot of moderate and low-income people to own their own home. I see a lot of people in the audience that I've worked with myself in regards to home ownership. And like I said, I'm very proud to represent the first ward in which this program got started.
Legislator Paduk and I are like a tag team. First, I'd like to thank Commissioner Ruben and all the people from Albany and the alphabet soup agencies, so I don't forget which one's which. But they're all very important partners, and I appreciate your investment. Please tell the governor that at least this county legislator appreciates the governor's active assistance to Mayor DeStefano and the fine team in Middletown. Congratulations to the aldermen and to all the people that work for the city, including the commissioners and right down to people doing the custodial work. It's very important to take back zombie houses. I have one in my block. I'll be happy to talk to the mayor about that, so we can parlay this investment in this better future to other parts of the city. So thanks everybody that was involved.
And the last one, reluctantly, would be the person who represents this ward on the city council, Mr. Massey. And when you hear him, you'll know why I said reluctantly.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Commissioner Ruben. Thanks, everyone, for being here today. And what can you say? This is just an absolute win-win situation. I'm very proud to represent the first ward in the city of Middletown. And I just want to say thank you very much for partnering with us. And we can keep this program going, and it's a wonderful program, and we certainly appreciate it. And we appreciate the work of Maria and certainly Mayor DeStefano.